Hey there, welcome to Eve News, Sports, and Weather. I'm Mike Ryan. Let's get down to it. First thing up, Crimson Harvest event is coming back to Eve Online from October 6th to November 4th, which is the Halloween Blood Raiders event. Slight difference. This time round, they are not having a 90% loot drop like they have had now and again in the past. Instead, they're having implant drops. So, popping the capsules is where the money is going to be at. This is going to change things for some people because normally capsule implants don't drop. So this is going to make for some interesting changes to the PvP dynamic, and a lot more people are going to be running around with empty heads. You know, like we all do usually. It's already, I'm seeing complaints about this and people saying, where's my CSM? How dare they let this happen? Well, it was CCP's decision, and there's probably some good reasons for it. We could probably go into that in more detail if you want to comment down below. Link for the event I'll put up in the links section. Second thing, Scope, which is the kind of in-character news broadcast that CCP puts out. I love Scope. I actually am a member of Scope, the NPC organization. And they just celebrated their 100th episode, which is really impressive and nice to know that they've been keeping at it that long. Now, if they only announce on the 101st that they're giving an award to long-standing members of Scope who are very community-oriented, that would be great. Also extremely not likely to happen, but it would be great. Link to the latest episode I'll put there. Next thing up, the CSM elections, which are, let's see, the schedule and calendar for CSM elections I want to mention. Candidate submissions from September 23rd all the way to October 7th. So if you haven't submitted yet and you were saying, I wonder if I should run, you still got time. Not a lot, but you still got time. I'm kind of surprised because there hasn't been the usual initial flood of players that we see at other times. So it's slightly lower fee. There's people showing up though. Then they will announce who did make the successful candidate submissions and all the conditions that had to be met. And that announcement will be on October 7th. From about the 7th to the 26th is the campaign period. Voting is from October 27th, my birthday, all the way to November 10th. And then they will announce sometime after that, I have no idea when, who won, who lost, and how. CCP should be doing their interviews between about the 17th and 19th. They haven't firmed that up yet, but they will be doing interviews with all the candidates who are willing to step up and go on camera, or at least answer questions. I know that Kashal is also planning on doing interviews. I know that INN and FFM, oh, blast, I should have written it down. I know a few other podcasts and vidcasts and various people are doing interviews. If you want to send me an invite, hell, I'll show up even if it's just to explain what the CSM is. And that brings me to the next thing. I am heavily involved in the CSM. I'm running. So I wanted to ask your opinion, and I really do care what you think. Should I be doing this in the news, or should I do a separate thing on the CSM elections for the next month? Like, this is news, but would you prefer that I took all the politics and shoved it off to the side? Please give me your thoughts down below. Every candidate, though, has to put a forum campaign thread in the forums. And so if you want to see who's running and how, if they don't get a thread into the forums in time, that's grounds for eliminating them from the campaign. So everybody is going to do that. I'll put a link to the forums, and I'll also put a link to my particular thread. Please feel free to comment. I've already had attacks and defenses, so my thread is pretty much the same as it always is. Now on to the sports, which in this case is the violent systems. In Nullsec, the most violent system over the last day or so was Golf Tech Quebec Tango Sierra Delta, with 425 killed, 278 pods. Low was Avadi, 459 over 217, and high sec was Jita as usual with 432 over 224. The most violent NPC system was in Vale of the Silent, and that was Yankee TAC Zulu X-Ray 10. That's in frat space if you're keeping score. And movement in the alliances. Pandemic Horde dropped 691 members over the past week, and Frat, can't read Moan's scribbles. Frat gained 485. So things are happening. I want to do one last commentary at the end to see if anyone actually listens to the whole thing about I don't post as many battles unless I catch direct wind of them or they're mentioned in Eve Reddit, that sort of thing, because I don't live in nullsec, so I don't see the wars. I don't even hear about them. I am sure there's tons of violence happening every day in small gang battles, mid gang battles, that sort of thing, that don't make the news, and as a result, they're not considered war. To put it in real life perspective, somebody let off a gun in our city, and it was a full response, made all the news. In some place like Washington, D.C., if there's not 4 bodies, they probably don't even mention it as a byline because it's not big enough. News is regional. And so tons of things happen all over the planet that we don't know about, and tons of things happen all over Eve that I don't know about. If there's a news story you would like me to cover, please mention it, point me to it, give me a link, help out, because I can't be everywhere at once. Hell, I have trouble sometimes being in one place. So if you want to help out, if there's news you think should be covered, or a battle that is upcoming, that sort of thing, or events, or I'll even do commercials. Eve rookies, write something for me and I will put it out there because I know you do a ton of great stuff and have fleets and have events and that sort of thing. Let me know so that I can put it out there. That's what Eve Sports News and Weather is supposed to be about. But until next time, I hope you have yourself a good one. Honey rum. And I will catch you on the flip flop. Ciao, Bella.